Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching Access Hockey MI. We're so excited to bring you all sorts of prospect updates all the time because it's what we love the most. Today, we're going to talk about Joe Veleno. We had a comment wondering about his prospect development, so we're going to go through that today. Super exciting just because we love to watch him play. He's a great player, so we're going to talk about him today.
And thanks for commenting on that, by the way.
Yes.
We love that.
We love ideas.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Veleno so far, he was a 2018 draft pick, same season that Zadina was drafted. He was our second overall pick that year. So in 53 games, he's had around 20-ish points. They've got a big home stretch coming up, so that will change just based on his production. But he's had a really, really strong second half of the season. He was off to a slow start. There's a little bit of frustration there on his part, but this last half of the season, he has been really, really ramping up his game. A lot of people are kind of attributing that to his success at World Juniors winning gold with Team Canada. It helped his confidence, but I think there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, for sure. And I also... Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So his second half of the season, like Rachel said, has been really good. We mentioned in our last video that there has been a lot of ebb and flow in the Griffins season so far. So lots of streakiness, lots of win some, lose a lot, win a lot,
A lot of
lose some.
sleepless nights.
Yeah, it's been a hard season. It's been call-ups, but we've heard countless times from the guys in the back that they have the skill, and we see it. They have the skill to win the games they need to win. We're in this playoff push. We're not sealed in it yet. The division we're in, the Central Division, is so tight. So Joe Veleno, we've noticed, has improved a ton in the second half of the season. Could be World Juniors. I think it's just him getting more comfortable in the setup of the AHL and showing his natural ability that we saw in the QMJHL before he was drafted. He was a big point guy. So big second half. He's had 3 game-winning goals. His plus-minus rating is not great, but I think that has a lot to do with the turbulence of the season. And not a lot of the guys have a great plus-minus rating right now.
Yeah, overall
and that's
the team
not
is
everything.
kind of in the minus anyway.
We've talked about that. These aren't everything. Stats aren't everything. So we're going to talk about more about how he's been playing, which very physical. He has stepped up so much physically. He's great on the boards. He does a lot for rushes.
He does. He's an incredible, everyone already knew that he had a really strong offensive mind, but since, he's stepping up that physical play a lot stronger. He's physically, you can tell he's put on some weight, he's put on some muscle. He's learning how to use that a little bit better. This is a much harder league than juniors, and I think, like you said, it's just a matter of adapting to it, and he's doing a great job with that. And along with that strength are the offensive rushes. He's spending a ton of time on special teams where he's given that opportunity to really, spearhead those rush plays and get ahead of everybody and making really, really smart decisions in those moments.
In a recent game already, we had 6 straight minutes of penalty that came from a 4-minute high sticking with blood drawn, so that's 4 minutes, and then a 2-minute tripping, and he was on the PK line, or one of the multiple PK lines that were out that night, and I've seen so much improvement on his PK ability. He's very offensive-minded, of course, and so whenever he can smartly make a rush in a PK, he's going to try. And I think that that's a great thing to have on a team as well. So his maturity is another thing that I can't really get over because he's so smart on the ice. He's smart with what he does with the puck. And I feel like this has his stride getting hit also has a lot to do with finding chemistry with line mates and finding those veterans to learn from. And that's huge in a rookie.
And with him, too, and his maturity and understanding of what's happening on the ice. Of course, everyone knows hockey's a very fast-paced game. It's a very skills-based,
and it depends team to team, too, because you can play to someone else's how they play, and they can take you down to how they... It's very different.
Well, and he, I think, can read the opposing team really well. We just recently had a game where, on those penalty kill minutes, he was on the ice the first 2 minutes of that whole penalty. It was incredible, but there was even a few times I noticed where he had hung back in the neutral zone. There was 3 guys around him. He hung back, was able to collect that puck when no one saw him there and get that pushed forward and get into the offensive zone.
And that's huge.
So he read that.
Yeah,
really well.
any time in the PK you can get that puck into the zone and be smart enough to delay the other team getting the puck to get a line change. He's just been great. Power
Reading
play,
the bodies.
PK, 5-on-5. He's just been stellar, I think.
Full 60 minutes, 200.
He's doing it all. So, Rachel, where do you think with all of this he's going to start next season? Because we all know that the Red Wings, let's just preface this by saying, we're in a development time.
We need help.
Well, we're in a development time. Yep. We all understand. Ideally, we all understand this. Let's try understand it. We're in a development time, and these are the guys on the Griffins that we're going to see in the future on the Red Wings. So watch them, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, where do you see Veleno fitting in.
Realistically, I see him starting with Grand Rapids because they've already got Zadina pulled up there. I don't believe they're going to send him back once he recovers from this injury. It's a foot injury, so he's kind of getting over that. He's not eligible to return to the AHL for playoffs anyway, so they're going to keep him up there. Yeah. They missed that, so they're keeping him. There's a good chance Rasmussen is going to start up there, and so with Veleno being a center, he's kind of up against these two a little bit more powerful people, and I think they want to hone in his focus a little bit more. So I think they'll start in Grand Rapids, see how things go with we've got free agents coming up in the summertime, so a lot could shift. But realistically, Grand Rapids, and I can see him getting a 10-game trial.
For sure. And I agree with you completely. I think he will start with GR just because, like you said, there's a lot of competition for his position right now. But I don't think it would be to his detriment. If you're in the Griffins organization, if you're in the AHL, and you are drafted and you are working up to the team, even if you're not drafted, there's a chance for all these guys to make the NHL. And I think that the more time they get being able to prove that they can do it, because it's a different league, it's different when you go up there, it's good for them.
So much faster, too.
It's so much faster, and it's just been, it's great to see them get that time up there.
And I think the competition with Grand Rapids within the team itself, it's healthy competition. I think that's driving him a little bit more, and I think that'll be good next season.
And any time you can glean from the veterans that we've got is a good time, and it doesn't even have to be the position you play. Just it can be any position, really. And I just think that this Griffins team has so much talent, and it's very exciting to see what the future of the Red Wings hold. So, long story short, Joe Veleno is doing phenomenally this season. In the second half of the season, he's really stepped up his game in this playoff push of the Griffins.
He's going to have a big year next year, I think.
I think so, too. And I think that he's just going to get better. He's a stellar player.
We're Team Veleno for sure.
For sure. Team Veleno.
That's a V.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen him play with the Griffins, please watch him. It's so important to see their development going up, and we advocate for this. We really love to watch these guys play in this level and then how they play in the next level. So keep an eye out for him. Let us know in the comments what you think of Joe Veleno, if you think that we're accurate, or if you have another.
Next?
Yeah, and who else do you want to hear about? We'd love to get your opinions and read your comments. So thanks so much, as always, for interacting with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.